Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the press conference with Arsenal. We'll start with Bukayo, Saka and Martin Odegaard, and then move over to the head coach. Again, we'll have English, French, Spanish and Hungarian translation. Please indicate your name and the name of your organization, and I'll hand over to you, Scarlett.
Thank you. Lots of you in the room, so I'll try and get to as many of you as possible. We'll kick off with Alex at the front.
Hi, Martin.
Hello.
You were the captain to lift the Premier League trophy for the first 22 years for Arsenal. You're always going to be in that image and remembered in history. So what did that feel like, and how does that feeling drive you to do it again on Saturday?
No, it felt amazing. I think, all we've been through to get to that moment makes it feel so good. And to do it with this group, it's just unbelievable. And such a beautiful day. And as you say, it's going to be there forever for all of us. So yeah, special feeling, and of course the energy we take from that, and the mood and the vibe, is great going into this game, another final, so yeah, just good vibes, and we're ready to go again.
Yeah.
Hi, Bukayo.
Hello.
Another massive game tomorrow, and last season PSG knocked you out in the semi-final. So do you use any of that fire to drive you for the match tomorrow?
I think we have enough fire going into the game tomorrow. We know the history of the club, and we know that tomorrow we can write history as players in winning it for the first time. So that already for us is a lot of motivation, I'd say.
Damesh.
Hi there, Martin. Your manager talked a lot about visualising lifting the Premier League trophy. I just want to know what the visualisation compared to the reality, and have your dreams now been filled with lifting the biggest trophy?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's been like that since I was a little kid. I've been dreaming about winning these trophies, since I grew up playing football. And when I started playing football with my friends, in the little pitch next to my house, I was dreaming of this moment, to win trophies, play this final, and of course win it. So that dream has been there, the whole life, and of course now the last few weeks a little bit more.
Hey, Bukayo. Every young Arsenal fans probably living their dreams through what you're doing. Can you just put into words how you deal and embrace that pressure and that expectation?
I don't think about it too much. That's my thing. I just try and enjoy it, focus on the moment, stay present, and leave the rest in God's hands.
John.
Hello, John Cross, Daily Mirror. Bukayo, just following on from that, I think every fan though really appreciates in an academy kid someone who's come through the ranks. So just can you put it into words what kind of winning the title means, and then completing the double as Champions, League winner? What that would mean, even getting to this point, would mean to you as success.
Yeah, of course. We all know where my journey started. 7, 8-year-old at Hale End Road, and this was a long way away. Trying to win the Premier League, trying to win the Champions League with Arsenal, and it feels like this last week, it's all kind of become a reality. And tomorrow, I'm very excited at the opportunity to win another trophy here, and just create that history for the club that I love.
Martin, just on that history, as players, as a group, what does that mean? It would be the first time that Arsenal would win the European Cup, would win the Champions League. That sort of driver. You did it with 22 years last week, the first time ever this time. What sort of driver is that?
No, for sure, it's something special that we can achieve that has not been done before. And as you say, it was 22 years since we last won the Premier League, and now finally we did it. So we want to make even more history. And when you get the taste of winning and lifting a trophy, you know how nice it feels. So obviously we want to do it again, and it would mean a lot to everyone, to our supporters, So we're ready to do it, and looking forward to the game.
Simon.
Bukayo, we saw earlier this season that Thierry Henry reached out to you before that game with West Ham message. I just wonder if he's been in touch before this final, and if not, maybe will you reach out to him for a few words of advice?
Yeah, he messaged me earlier, to be fair. I think he's outside, he told me he's coming. But it's been a consistent theme throughout the season, especially in the good and bad moments. I have a lot of love for him, and I appreciate that.
Can you reveal what the message was?
No, I just said afternoon, like, I hope you're well, like, I'm going to be here at the open session. I just said, oh, perfect, like, see you after.
And just one for you, Martin. I saw Patrick Vieira sent you a video message the other day. What did that mean to get that sort of message from an Arsenal captain? And for you, obviously Vieira was a great captain, but you can be the first to lift this trophy.
Yeah, of course, special. Proper club legend and everything he's done. And, I've seen videos and clips and I've heard stories. And, such a special leader, that he was here at the club. And, to get a message from him is special. And as you say, now we have the chance to do something that they haven't done as well, so it's something nice to play for. And as I said, we're just looking forward to the game now. And, we can't wait to play now.
Sam?
Hi, question for Martin. Does it feel different now that you have won the Premier League? We know how much that pressure was on. We know how much of a burden that was for the whole team. That's gone now. Do you feel like a different person, different player? And will it help?
Don't feel like a different person, but obviously it was something really, really special and something we was, fighting for so long. And of course, like you say, with that pressure, with the outside noise of people saying we can't do it and all that, of course that's gone. And I don't know, for us it doesn't change a lot other than it's an amazing feeling and an amazing achievement. But the mindset is still the same. We want to come here and win tomorrow. So I think we just have to take all the positives, all the good feelings, all the good energy, and the good experiences. We've been through a lot as a group, and I think everything we've been through, prepared us well for these last few weeks and again tomorrow, So yeah, we're ready for it and just looking forward to play now.
James?
Hi, question for Bukayo or Martin or both of you. You've spoken about visualising the trophy lifts. I wonder if you visualised the parade that you're hopefully looking forward to on Sunday. I mean, they say as many as 1 million people will be in North London. What would it mean to you, given the fans have sort of stuck by you through tough times and raised the roof so often? What would it mean to you to give the Champions League title to this fan base?
I go?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Yeah, well, personally, I know exactly what it means to them. I've been here on this journey, loving this club and seeing the ups, seeing the downs. And we felt it, when we won the Premier League. We felt how much it means to the supporters, We saw loads of videos. And yeah, I think the parade's going to be like the first time we see a proper mass and gathering of all the Arsenal fans. And obviously we're very excited. But at the same time, we're trying to stay focused on this game because it's so important and it's a massive opportunity to do something special and we'll probably make the parade even more crazy. So tomorrow's our focus and then after we want to enjoy it.
Come round to Amy just down here. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Martin, there's a lot been said about a lot of quite rightly compliments and plaudits for this Paris Saint-Germain team and how much quality that they have. What would you say is Arsenal's special quality? What do you think you guys have that gives you the faith that you can get what you need against a team as strong as that?
Yeah, we know the quality we have in the team. I think we've showed that for a very long period of time. Obviously coming from winning the Premier League, which is probably the toughest league to win in the world, gives us a lot of confidence. We know what we are and what we can do. Obviously, we're playing a good team with a lot of qualities, but we have full belief in ourselves, what we can do and the football that we can play and the results that we can get. So, yeah, that's our main focus, to be us and to focus on what we can do and what we can control. And then, yeah, it's a big game, but we're ready for it, as I said. And, fully believe in the team and everything that we can do on the pitch.
Bukayo, could you give us an insight into the spirit of the group and what you think makes it so special when you're together?
Yeah, I feel like we're a very tight-knit team. We get on with each other very well and we're willing to fight for each other on the pitch and off the pitch. So that goes a long way. It helps us win the Premier League and yeah, tomorrow night hopefully it will give us an advantage as well.
Hi Bukayo, hi Martin. Makota Sara from Swedish Aftonbladet here. You have a new addition in the offense this season in Viktor Gyokeres, who's having his first season with ups and downs and most ups recently. What do you think of what he's added to the team and what he's meant for you?
I think it's been brilliant since he came in. I think it's been unbelievable for us. Scored a lot of goals, scored some big goals, and not just the goals, but the way he plays. You know, the attention he takes on the pitch leaves a lot of space for the rest of us. He's someone who gives absolutely everything, every single game, and he works so hard. You know, and so determined to get in front of the goal and to make the difference. So yeah, special player and great to have him. You know, and. Yeah, a great first season for him, and already a trophy in the first season is not bad.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Hi, it's Jens from VG Norway. Question for Martin. Thank you for your time. I could see after the Premier League trophy was lifted on Sunday that you shared a picture with a physio from the staff, Mr. Yamamoto, with a little crown on his head on Instagram. Just how important has he been for you this season?
I think, yeah, him, of course, a massive for me. I do a lot of treatment with him and he's brilliant. But I have to say all of our staff, you know, everyone working for the club, they do an amazing job every single day. They give absolutely everything for this team, you know, for this club. And they're maybe not in the spotlight, you know, but it's important to say what they're doing behind the scenes. And it's just an incredible group of people together, and like Bukayo said, we're proper like a family, and we want the best for each other, and that goes for the staff as well. They're so important, you know, for us players to perform at our best. So yeah, just very grateful for all the work they do.
Good afternoon, Radek Silmar, Czech Republic. Question for both players. The Premier League title was celebrated around the Emirates Stadium. Are you ready to celebrate here in Budapest around the stadium? And have you seen this city before? Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we're hoping we can win the Champions League tomorrow, and we'll have the chance to celebrate again. And yeah, I've been to this city before, and I've played in the stadium a few times against Hungary, so I'm familiar with it.
Tom.
Hi guys. Bukayo, the PSG team's been spoken about a lot, as Amy mentioned earlier, the quality, but also the volume of minutes that the Arsenal team has played more compared to this PSG team. Is there any element of it being daunting coming up against a side in a final where you have to play so many more minutes this season than they have?
No, I think, yeah, we've had a week to recover and prepare for this game. And yeah, a game like this is not going to be decided on minutes. It's going to be decided on moments, a bit of quality and which team is better organised, I believe.
And Martin, you've been in and out of the team because of injury this season. There's the leadership group that's within there. How has that been with that group in the leadership-wise, being out off the pitch and your role in leading this side to a final?
Yeah, obviously it's not been easy to be out with injuries. It's been a lot this season for me, which has been very frustrating. But yeah, what can you do? You have to adapt and you have to make the most out of it and try to help the team in other ways. You know, when you're not on the pitch, you have to try to help off the pitch. But yeah, that leadership group is so strong, and Bukayo here as well is taking so much responsibility, and all of them, to be fair. There's so many leaders in this team, and we really help each other, and I think that's been key, you know, to our success, that we have more and more people taking responsibility, so that's great to see.
We'll do the last couple now, just say.
Grigori Zilingator, Championat.com. The question is for Martin Odegaard. PSG got Matej Safonov, keeper with not typical style of playing, exactly during the penalties. Are you looking during the preparation how he's playing exactly in the penalties?
Yeah, of course, we're always analysing the opponent in every way that we can. And penalties is, of course, a possibility tomorrow. So, yeah, we're prepared for that as well. And yeah, we're looking at everything. So I think we're well prepared.
And we'll do the last one because Mikel's just outside, but Davide.
Yeah. Hi, Bukayo. This question is for you. You've been here with Arsenal from the beginning of this new journey. When you reflect where you were when Mikel Arteta started and where you are now sitting here speaking the day before a Champions League final, what comes to mind?
Well, a lot comes to mind. We're very far away from the level we are now, but Mikel made it clear. His mission was to bring Arsenal back to where we believe it belongs, and that's competing at the highest level, fighting for all the trophies. And yeah, I'm proud that we can sit here today and say that we've achieved that, winning the Premier League and obviously being able to play in this final. It's been a long journey. Some disappointments along the way, but it's been worth it, you know, the feeling to lift that Premier League and obviously do it with Mikel was special as well, and obviously Martin and all the players, you know, that we've been here for most of the journey, and we've fought for each other and had to pick each other up and go again, and now we get to enjoy these moments.
Cool. We'll end it there. Mikel's just on his way.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
I love it.